Matt, so what did you see from the guys this week? The energy, the focus. I know you talked a lot about that coming back on. I think it was Monday. Said you wanted to get to Wednesday, Thursday, see how they were. Where were they at?
I think we've had a great week. I think they've been tremendously focused on the things that we need to do. Namely, we have to win third down at a higher level than we have. We have to win the red zone on offense, and then defensively trying to create some turnovers. Preparing for the Saints, excellent football team. I think our guys have had a great week.
Any concern with those two corners being questionable and that position potentially being vacant?
Yeah, I think Stan's practiced all week. So it's just kind of something that's I think he'll be ready to play. Dante will probably be closer to a game time decision. I think he expects to play. We'll have to we're expecting that he could. I think we'll have to get to the game and see where he's at. So if we don't have Dante, obviously it changes things and. Would have to, we have plans in case that happens. But
has there been any decision on Leviska if he'll be active or not?
Leviska's worked all week, so obviously we'll announce that right before the game what we're going to do. But thought all the receivers have really responded this week, and Leviska's learning what he has to do. He's coming along, so this could be a week for him potentially.
Chuba on kick returns, or is that still kind of up in the air too?
We've practiced all week, so we have lots of guys rotating, so it could be any of a number of guys.
Matt, all week we've been talking about getting more receivers in. Throughout practice this week, how's that rotation looked, and where's that room at in your opinion?
Yeah, I think like, as I said, the receivers, I feel like they've had a really good week. Leviska really kind of figuring out what everything, all the nuances. Higgins is a pro's pro, and so I think it's just about us putting those guys in. Terrace has had a couple really good weeks, so it's just about us getting those guys in the game. How many guys you can have active is hard. We usually go in with 5. Getting to 6 is sometimes hard for us, so we have to make some hard decisions. But the guys that are up, I'd like to see them play more. At least one more guy playing more, and just to keep us fresh. It should be, it was cool today, but it should be hot on Sunday, as it has been. And so I want to make sure these games that come down at the end of the game that we are flying around at the end. And so I've been happy with the rotation. I've been happy with their preparation, and now we just got to put them in, and let them play.
What went into the decision to practice early this morning?
We were going to try to do it last week. It's something we've been wanting to do. The players have wanted to do. Last week they had the organization had like a spirit day, an old tradition that they brought back. It was awesome. A bunch of employees, 100 employees got dressed up, and so that had been planned for a while. So we couldn't do it last week. So the way Ben and those guys work on offense, we fill in them. Most of everything's kind of in by Thursday, so we can now practice earlier on Fridays and then have a chance to watch a tape with the guys now. So we've been wanting to do it just last week. Something that was planned kept us a little bit later. So this is to me, it's a perfect time for us, especially with the heat, to get outside a little earlier for the guys. This has been yesterday was a tough day. It was a hot day, full pad. So
is the idea in any way also just to kind of get them out of here a little earlier on Friday to kind of clear their heads?
I think it's more about their recovery. These guys are so they do such a great job of like recovery. I mean, literally, there's nights where on Wednesday, Thursday, like I'm downstairs at 9:30. Robbie was in here at like 9:45 the other night taking care of himself. These guys. So if I can get them done a little bit earlier, most of them will still be here, or they'll go to someone outside just to give them some little time with their bodies. And so we were finishing practice last week at 2, and then they're kind of coming off the field at 2:30. Then they start that process. If we get them done today at 1:30, it's another extra hour for them maybe to take care of themselves.
Matt, that opening series of the second half, how do you guys make that? Obviously, you're not going to go 3 plays and square every time. That's not the goal. The points are the goal. But how do you replicate that explosiveness on offense more consistently?
I think you think back to those plays, like, so the first one it's an aggressive play call. It's a fake inside zone, fake the RPO, run a slant and go. Ball's not thrown perfect. What does DJ do, man? He spins around. He just does what DJ Moore does, and he makes an unbelievable catch over the outside shoulder. then we get down in the red zone and we come out, and that's supposed to be like a little naked to the tight end in the flat, and they cover it, and DJ does what DJ does. He breaks it to the corner, and Baker sees it and makes an explosive play. So to me, those guys are playing above the X's and O's. They're making plays, and I know we have guys that can make a lot of plays. I think the more comfortable you get in rhythm in an offense, you start to think less and play faster. That's been our goal this whole week, is think less and play faster. But at the end of the day, man, the ball's going to be up in the air, and we're going to have chances to go make plays, and we have to do that. So that mindset of, hey, let's cut it down maybe a little bit, what we're asking the guys to do, and just let them play faster. But at the same time, every guy understanding, man, like even if it's a block, even if it's just running the route at the right depth, go do what you do. Like every player is important on every play, and that's been our mindset the whole week, and that's hopefully what we'll see on Sunday.
And speaking of DJ, we've talked about getting Christian the ball more, but what is it about DJ that not only makes him such an every down player for you guys, but just a guy worth prioritizing getting the football?
Yeah, I mean, I think DJ, he can block, he can run routes, he can get open versus man, he can run after the catch. He's really smart. You can put him anywhere. I think, we have to understand that people are going to, try to take him away. I think we went into it understanding that. That'll leave explosive plays like the one to Robbie, but we have to find a way to get DJ more involved. And that happened on that drive, and obviously it resulted in a touchdown. So he's a guy who can affect the game. Go back to our first touchdown drive against Cleveland. We hit the over out to DJ. So I think anytime he touches the ball, that drive, usually something good happens. As a play caller, when you're those guys, as they design off, you can say, hey, I'm going to try to hit him on the over route. If they take it away, you got to trust your other guys and then check the ball down or let someone else go make a play. But so I think it's all in one. But we understand what DJ can do.
Dan Orlovsky went on the air yesterday and was pointing out, in his opinion, that the plays were predictable from the way y'all lined up Christian as far as passing and the pass pro. What did you see in that? Have you seen that, and what was your response to that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw Dan's thing. I think it's. I've been around long enough. I've seen enough coaches. I've seen enough coaches get on there and say, hey, every time they do this, it's going to be this, and then it's wrong. And I disagree with it. For us, when we put Christian at that depth, we are kind of getting into a run set, and from that we either run it, we zone read it, we RPO it, we run it to the left, we run it to the same side run. Our biggest pass play was from that backfield set that now we play action off of it. So if you tell me that we line up in a formation and we run it, we throw it, and we play action from there, it's pretty balanced. And so if you're saying that they knew whether we were running or passing, I would say, well, how come we ran for 146 yards and 6.3 yards per carry? So I thought you guys asked the right questions, to be honest with you. The real question to me was, hey, why didn't you guys run it more? And you guys asked that. That's true. To me, I believe in constraint theory of play calling. If something's working, you should do it enough that it starts to not work because you're doing more other things. So we go into every game, David, and every game in the National Football League, when you get in the gun, by the back set, you get into the 70 to 80% range, right? So in the National Football League, you get 3-by-1 back open, it's 90% pass, because you have to, right? That's the protection. So we try to offset that with Christian with a screen. We have to get him wide because we have Christian McCaffrey, and if we put him tight and free release him, the defensive ends grab him. So we have to put him wide, like all the other great backs do, and then we have to just screen it. And so every week we go in and shack it, and those guys are studying the level of the back and the gun, and we know, okay, when he's deep, it's going to be this series of runs. But the good teams show that to you, and then they do what we did. They double move off of it. So I respect Dan Orlovsky. I understand he has a job to do. He's trying to get people to watch and pay attention. But the football coach, the real football in me, the defensive coach in me that spends a lot of time on defense watching other people's back sets, saying that if it's a run or pass or not is every play in the National Football League is a run or pass, right? And by back set, or back set or personnel, we might say, hey guys, this is 70% run, this formation, but that means it's still 30% pass, and we have to react to those things. So as I said, I respect it. It's we're at a time right now where people are going to take shots. I get it, but our most explosive pass play happened from that. So I kind of take it and say, okay, got it, and move on. I think we're doing a lot of good things. To me, the real story this week is winning third down and completing some more balls. Yeah, man.